Hello, my name is Anna Gessman and I'm from Tampa, Florida. I don't normally do videos, I'm video camera shy, but I felt the call to speak about this and hopefully make a difference, even if it's just some votes for Bernie Sanders. I really think that he's going to give us a chance at making this country what, in my heart it can be, that I know it can be. So, Bernie Sanders, of all the things that are said about him, I think one of the most compelling things to not bother voting for him is the argument that, Obama didn't get anything done and we really had a lot of idealistic hope at that time in 2008. And that's what I want to talk about. I think Bernie could get things done. I think it would be different. And I'll tell you a little story. I was at Obama's inauguration in 2008 and the energy there was just electrifying. It wasn't even about what he was or wasn't going to do. It was about the fact that the American people had voted in a black man to the White House. It was like such a shift in our national consciousness, and that was electrifying. The crowd there wasn't just about Barack Obama. It was about just the country having shifted. So that's the vibe. That was the feeling. And he was the best shot we had in that election. There wasn't a better candidate than him. The reality of it is that it's a bipartisan system right now, which I'd like to break through, but that really was the best candidate we had. And he was exciting. He was really exciting. But what makes Bernie Sanders different, as we all know, he has all this experience in Congress. He never sold out. He never sold out. So for all of us that really don't trust government officials because they sell out, well, here's one that really somehow didn't let power get to him. I mean, as far as I can tell, power and money go together, and he just hasn't sold out. So I think he's the real deal. And then the second thing is libertarianism. That's another argument as to why people don't want to vote for Bernie Sanders, is because they don't like the government, period. And, I have a couple things to say about that. One, and they're on different levels. They're not really like linear at all. They're totally different things that I don't like about libertarianism. So first of all, the education of our current population is really lacking. And I'm not saying everybody's an idiot. I'm saying everybody's uneducated. So even like I have to spend so much time looking stuff up and like studying maps so that I'm not one of those people that doesn't know where countries are. Because it's so easy, even if you're a curious person in our society, like there's just not this sort of rampant educational like scene where people just love learning. There are some hubs, there are some enclaves of that, but there aren't. Yes, and that's how I say enclave. I say enclave. That's on purpose. So the education issue, libertarianism, what are you going to do? You're just going to lift the protective veil of the government and think everybody's going to get along and just know how to govern themselves. I don't believe it. And I'm not trying to be snarky. I apologize for that. It's just, I think it would be a bad scene. Now, number two is my love of the polis. Polis being like the Greek city-state. I think I have that right. Polis is this idea like of a place you live that is embedded with novelty and a sort of sense of a pioneer spirit, with technology booming, but also community. So you don't sacrifice one for the other. So they're sort of interwoven. Community, a healthy, vibrant environment. So we all agree that we need quality goods and services in our environment. I think it's foolish to think that we can pull it off on ourselves. Like maybe some people are like, Walden style. They just want to go out there in the middle of nowhere and just, be that person. But do all of us just want to be on our own little islands, or do we all love we're living and working and playing together and having fun together and having our children grow up and with other people's kids and, just having this vibrant lifestyle with a lot of energy? Well, to do that, it doesn't matter what system of power is in place. It matters who's in power, because we can't do it alone. We need quality goods and services that are provided by, people that specialize in that. We think nowadays it feels like everybody thinks they could be good at anything. I feel like that sometimes. I'm like, well, I could be good at anything because the technology's there in every place. You can do graphic art, even if you're not really like the best artist in the world. You can do some pretty good stuff nowadays. So, that sort of has gotten in the way of us becoming really excellent at a thing in our lives. So I feel like my generation's struggling. Each person's trying to find themselves. What is my skill? Well, my skill is hardly as good as a robot's in any of these departments. So it's like there's always going to be someone else in the job market that's better than me. So there's nothing I feel passionate about, nothing that gets me feeling like I could be the pro in that zone. So I think we got to get back to that. And so we need to boost up trade schools and make more like apprenticeships available so that people can pass on crafts and trades, and also at the same time boost universities so that people that are truly going to need to get a university education for the trade or skill that they're going into, like academics or doctors or something like that isn't just a trade school, could be boosted too, instead of having it be like almost like another high school diploma nowadays. Everybody's got to go to college. Not everybody has to go to college. So I think we have to have that shift in education. But how I got on that tirade is it doesn't matter what system of power, it matters who's in power. So we have to subvert the largest system of power that we find. And subvert is an aggressive term. I don't mean subvert like turn over. That's the thing. The revolution is expensive. Like maybe that's the capitalist in me, but revolution is really expensive. I'm, definitely like economically conservative. I don't think we should spend a bunch of money, flipping everything over. Like we don't have to turn over the tables of the money changers. We just have to put them in jail, or maybe just send them home. We don't have to put fine, send them home, and then we have somebody else that sits there, and now it's not a money changing table. Now it's a table that offers back services to all the people that were forced to pay into it via taxation or tolls or whatever. So, but taxation usually. So something that gives us back everything I've been paying taxes my entire working career. I don't know about you guys. I've been paying taxes. So I want more back instead of lining the pockets of, whoever gets the government contract for whatever. And I'm not talking just the Defense Department either. I'm talking everything. So we have to take that largest system of power and slowly flood it, saturate it with quality, loving, hardworking, life-loving, brave, conscious, free people. We have to flood it. I know it takes time, and I'm not calling for anything like overnight. I'm just saying it starts with Bernie Sanders this year. You don't have to do anything else till next year, but just let's get Bernie in, and then we can talk again. But the U.S. government is the largest system of power right now. The U.S. government, we can do it. And U.S. people are so amazing. Every city in this country has groups and pockets of these amazing people. This entire nation is really awesome. There's just this sort of layer of people that are just so amazing and talented, conscious, and freedom loving in a true sense, like totally. So a lot of them, most of them are, the younger generation. I mean, and I'm including myself. I'm going to be 33 this month, but I'm including myself. And, when I say younger, I don't mean like everybody under 25, so, but there's a lot of older people out there, because I hate when people say like it's a young person's world. Like there's a lot of older people and persons that are in their everything, all the way in their hundreds down. So, that agree with us, that have these qualities, that want to join us in transforming this place. But I'm mostly calling young people, and going back to Obama for a second on that point, he could change nothing without Congress. So after we vote for Bernie, the next level is you let Bernie bring his people into the White House. Then you run for office locally. Now, if you can't yourself run for office for whatever reason, then support someone else you trust to run. And then the last step is change the world, because now we're everywhere. Okay. So I really believe that we need to get into office. Or if you know someone that's in a better position than you to run and they have these qualities, you know, these all American qualities, these all universal earthling qualities of, you know, what did I say? Quality loving, hardworking, life loving, brave, conscious, free people. If you know ones like this that are in a position where they can run for office, then you encourage them and you support them and you make videos, you know, like this. So, and then somebody do a website and maybe we can all connect to each other and then vote. And then locally, like you can sort of network and get voted in locally. Because if we can all network together somehow on some kind of website or whatever, then we can all vote for people in our district that, you know, kind of get on that, where they're like, yes, when I'm in power, here's what I want to do. Here's the city and the county that I'm running for. Here's why I think I'm a candidate for this website. And the website, it would be like a Facebook for, you know, quality loving, hardworking, life loving, brave, conscious, free people. So I don't know. That's just I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know the feeling I'm talking about? This idea of like caring about your environment, your city, wanting to make things better, more diverse, you know, wanting to have room for creativity, wanting for kids to grow up, fully being able to express their true nature, so on. So the first thing that you have to do in this whole thing is vote in the primaries. So today's the 12th. I'm in the state of Florida. I just sent my voter registration to vote Democrat yesterday. Now I've registered to vote before, but if this is your first time registering to vote, all you have to do is make a photocopy of 2 pieces of ID that are listed on the website that I'm going to link to in my info to this video. So it'll be a step-by-step. Look in the info to the video. I'm going to do a step-by-step with links for the state of Florida now. But it'll have some tips in there for people in any state of how I found it. I found it myself through like Google of how to even register to vote, because I didn't even know how to do that. They didn't teach me that in school, which they should. So to vote in the primaries, Florida has to have your registration postmarked. All you can do is mail it, mail the original. You can't scan, email, upload, none of that. So you have to mail the original and postmark it by February 16th. Register Democrat on it. It's like a one side of a form, okay? And I think like it's just the top half that most of us will have to fill out. The bottom half is like if you have already registered before and you've changed your name, changed your address, blah-de-blah-de. But I didn't even have to do any of that. And I just filled out the top part to vote, to register Democrat so I can vote for Bernie in the primaries, which are 29 days after February 16th, because February 16th is 29. So I can't remember. I think the primaries are, they could be March 16th. I can't remember. 29 days. Okay, I think they're March 17th. March 17th. So, so please in the next, like today, if possible, get this registration out. I'm putting like I said, today is Friday, February 12th, 13, 14, 15. So they have to be postmarked by Tuesday, the 16th. So this weekend, just get your shit together and do it, right? Pardon my French, but seriously. Then vote for Bernie in the primaries, then vote for him again once he gets the nomination, you know, and if he doesn't get the nomination, you know, cheer him on to going third party and then vote him in and break the bipartisan tyranny that we currently have, right? Even libertarians can agree to that. Come on. And wherever you are, I want to see your video. If you feel the call to be a part of this movement, if you feel the call for Bernie Sanders, if he excites you, if he makes you feel like, okay, that's one of my people, I want to vote for him, that is one of my people, then, you know, please make a video like this. You don't have to like reference me or like anything like that. Just say all of this if you want, as if you had come up with it yourself. You know, I'm not starting or patenting or whatever, copywriting any of this. So just make a video yourself, share it on your page with people, get people to vote in your state in the primaries, do the research and do a step-by-step. Even if you don't do a video, like come up with a step-by-step with links on how to vote in the primaries in your state and post it and try and do that. It's free. Everything I'm doing is free right now. So just do your best and thank you very much.